So this is the first fight versus the guild Talentless. This I think this player is new to Talentless, relatively new. At least I've never seen him in the past season. In this fight, I got to use my Celine with the new yggy, the one that goes after the highest attack. This 30% for Yuna's attack buff to be a greater attack buff. It ended up being on Yuna, so she was the one that got deleted there. Ideally, I would have been Sid. I would assume that if Yuna didn't get the greater, Sid would have the highest attack, but it didn't matter if he was invincible. Yeah, so Celine solo. I don't really get to use Celine a lot, especially in offense, but this one was perfect for it. Again, my MLCC is DPS, so even if Celine had died, it wouldn't have been a big problem. But I saw opportunity to use Celine. I'm like, oh yeah, I may as well use it. It hit hard. Yeah, that's it. Definitely has a high attack. So if it wasn't because of the greater on the Yuna, Sid would have died. But it comes to think of it, I don't know if it would have been better that Yuna is alive, because Yuna can turn cycle quite quick, and she could do quite a bit of damage.
Are you prepared for this?
But either way.
Get out of my way.
Yeah, and Athletica is too fast, so the Alina actually becomes useful again. Haven't used an Alina in almost any content in a really long time. Let's say she has downgraded gear, but still usable, because she really only needs like about 2 things: speed and effect resist. Yeah, see, you have 12,000 HP there, very low. My Celine is not max moled, just maximal S2. S3 is not max moled either. And the second fight, this one I have to say I wasn't expecting it. I forgot how Firelytica works on AI. I assumed it was the fastest speed. So it went for Syngelica, and it did have enough effectiveness to go through that effect resist on my Syngelica there. So it didn't go exactly the way I planned, but it was relatively safe because I think his RB was a counter RB, so it was a slower RB. Otherwise, I think my Syngelica would have had a problem beating the speed there. So I got the immortality right in time. And then once this is in, even if it's a counter RB, usually it won't kill. Yeah, I think it must be a counter RB. It's 15,000 HP RB. Didn't do a lot of damage though.
Try me.
So maybe cleave bait.
Insignificant.
Although he had Firelytica in the team, so I'm kind of curious, like, Firelytica would generally be able to... Yeah, it's a counter RB. I forgot about it. Counter Moonlight Dreamblade RB. Pretty popular right now in Arena and RTA. Which actually, I would say it's usable in this guild war, but I don't think he needed to go for the Lytica, to be honest.
It's time to tear them to pieces.
It takes a lot of courage to challenge me. Can you handle this?
My Lilius is about 250 speed. Yeah, it ended up being a tanky RB.
Descending blade.
All that Moonlight Dreamblade proc feels bad.
I will show you greater death.
Second fight versus Leteti. Again, the top team here, as you will see. Been using my Pavel more and more. Building a Pavel showcase video. These guild war fights will probably make it in there. Very good with Athletica and Seedom. I think my Athletica was on Wall of Order in this fight. Proc to Chiron to immortality first. The other ones will be killed no matter what. But the immortal has to go on Chiron, because he has to waste his immortal turn with my skill null up.
Stay out of my way. I'm never going back. Stop chasing me!
I'm so excited!
I didn't crit. There. It's one flaw on my Seedom. If you noticed. It's 49 percent crit, so 99% if it's a crit buff. Scuffed. This team I went with it because this reminded me of a team that I had done in a previous Guild War, and I felt this was kind of addicting. Just I don't get to use my ML Crow a lot. ML Tywin again, like I haven't used them in a long time. If you watched the previous Guild War video to this one, I mean, and I saw this one, I'm like, yeah, this is pretty safe. I guess this would be kind of like the new Dark Corvus Akate's Ice Crow type of fight, I guess. Again, the my artifacts for this would be Adamant Shield on Tywin because he can provoke, Aureus on ML Crow because again Tywin can provoke hits into himself, so further reduce the damage. That cut a bit close. My Rowana is very slow. It's not on a speed set, it doesn't have a speed boot.
Let's defy the odds.
I actually don't know what I built it for. I think I built it for... I don't know what I built her for, to be honest. She's not molded. I think I just had some spirit gear. It's like most of the free health sets. I think that's what's on her right now. So like it's like almost 100 effect resist, and I'm using Shamadra's staff on Rowana here because I have no Mola. So it's kind of like a pretend Mola for the heal percent upgrade. This one actually got pretty close. Like I almost lost my ML Crow. But again, because he was on Aureus, so it did he did take a lot more damage.
Let's defy the odds. Shall we bring this?
Like he would have been dead here if Charles counters. I think he might have. No, I don't think he did. He did. Yeah, it's pretty close. It's Rowana's healing, of course. Rowana's healing helps a lot. Adamant Shield cuts down on that damage.
Such arrogance.
Provoke.
This is just the beginning.
That got lucky. That dual attack there. That dual attack got really lucky because it's now healing Crow. Even though I am sharing the damage, it's healing him more.
All right, let's have some fun.
So yes, I agree with ML Crow there. Let's have some fun.
So you learn nothing from last.
Yeah, so you can keep provoking, and you have the Adamant Shield there, and the Aureus damage here.
Why don't you just surrender?
It's a bit grindy, but like I don't like grindy Guild War. But if it's to play with some new heroes, like relatively new for me, it's worth it. It's worth it for sure. But yeah, I mean, tanking is is literally the meta right now. Like if you don't wanna lose in Guild War, it's tanking. Yeah, you don't wanna lose in RTA, it's most likely tanking.
All systems online. Let's go, Siegfried.
So this one's long.
You think you can defeat me?
But that's it for Leteti.
I'm glad I could be helpful.
This last one versus Ced. Ced, I know Ced quite a bit. He stops by stream sometimes.
Take this.
I saw Fire Robbie on his second defense, and I thought I could you know, have some real fun with it. You guys will see what happens.
Now is the time of repentance.
I don't think Ced's defense, usually his team 1 here is this team.
Something light.
So I'm not gonna say much about it, but yeah, Oxalot's Cleave.
Freeze. I will show you. The power of Nixseed. Look at me. I said look at me.
Here's the second one. Okay, so the second one I have more comments on for sure.
I'll face you.
So first things first, Fire Robbie, if you are watching this and you have any doubt whether or not to build her, you should. She's very useful,
This way.
and she had always been, but recent, like, you know, EEs and dev buffs and stuff like that really does make her one of the scariest bruisers. I call these like the snowball type of bruisers. They get better and better as time goes on. And so I made a mistake thinking I could cleave this. A lot of RNG on my side. He was on a Crimson Seed, his Ravi, so it's very smart. She would have been a lot weaker if I could have debuffed her, but by any of the debuffs, Silence, Tenebrious Sleep, Arby's Blind.
My, how cute.
But he did get off the defense buff in time. 2 defense buffers. I originally thought that was kind of silly, but then now I think about it, it's actually pretty good. Ravi, if she has a defense buff, and depending how you build her, she becomes really hard to kill.
Immature.
So yeah, that Crimson Seed really came in handy here. She heals a lot. And in a Guild War fight, she's actually really good on defense, as long as you can force the other player to bring heroes that hit multiple targets. So like with a Spec 10 or something, but you have to also make sure that they're not just Oxalots cleavable. But usually a counter set Robbie can throw that RNG on them. Anyways, I lost this one completely, but you notice how many stuns she got? It's crazy.
What a shame.
I think it's 40% stun on the S1 now, but it's pretty disgusting. I will say that I thought I could cleave that way easier, but then now that I think about it, yeah, it's not super smart, especially he went all full bruiser team. Anyways, that's the end for this Guild War, Iggy versus Talentless. And I'm gonna end this for the video recording. If you guys have Discord, check out the Discord server. Follow me on Twitter, subscribe to YouTube if you haven't. As always, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.